In the remote Mongol steppes, archaeologists have made an extraordinary discovery: the frozen sarcophagus of a Scythian warrior. This ancient burial site, preserved in ice for centuries, provides a rare glimpse into the life and culture of the nomadic Scythians, renowned for their warrior prowess and intricate artistry. The discovery promises to unveil secrets long buried in the frozen earth, offering valuable insights into a civilization that once thrived on the Eurasian steppes. What other ancient mysteries lie hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be uncovered? The steppe nomadic tribes have roamed the vast expanses of the Eurasian steppe for millennia, navigating a territory that stretches over 5,000 kilometers, from the icy northern oceans to the arid deserts in the south, ending at the Altai Mountains. Approximately 2,500 years ago, Scythian pioneers traversed this natural frontier in their bid to conquer Asia. Today, the tombs they left behind are the primary remnants of their transient dominance over these rugged mountain slopes. An archaeological team is engaged in an urgent mission to unearth the secrets of these ancient graves before they are permanently lost to climate change. However, the journey to the excavation site is challenging. Located in the extreme west of Mongolia, one of the world's most isolated regions, it takes the team 5 days to travel from Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia, to the Sogol Valley, situated 2,300 meters above sea level. The extreme weather conditions mean that access is only possible during the summer. The project is slated to last 6 weeks, with the team cut off from the outside world during this period. Anthropologically, the Scythians were Caucasian, but they were not what we would consider white by modern definition. They spoke Iranian and various other languages, but due to the lack of written records, much about their self-identification remains a mystery. The Scythians interacted with neighboring sedentary civilizations, such as ancient Greece and the Achaemenid Persian Empire. Most of what is known about Scythian culture comes from the royal Scythians who lived north of the Black Sea, around 400 BC, as detailed by the ancient Greek historian Herodotus. However, less is known about the eastern Scythians who inhabited Siberia and Mongolia. The archaeological team has selected 2 tombs to excavate, both which are rich in relics. These tombs, known as kurgans, are mounds of stones and rocks designed to prevent looting and honor individuals of high social status. Their circular shape represents the sun, reflecting the Scythians' worship of solar deities. The burial chambers beneath these kurgans have been preserved by permafrost, with rainwater seeping into the rocks during the summer and freezing in the winter, creating a natural refrigeration system. However, global warming threatens this delicate balance. If a tomb thaws, even temporarily, it can lead to irreversible decomposition of organic materials. The team is racing against time to document and preserve their findings before the ice melts. They face numerous challenges, including manual excavation due to the remote location and permafrost conditions. Among the remarkable discoveries are the remains of horses, which were sacrificed and buried with Scythian leaders. This practice underscores the deep bond between the Scythians and their horses, which were crucial to their way of life and warfare. The presence of various artifacts, including leather items, wooden sculptures, and intricate metalwork, provides valuable insights into Scythian craftsmanship and culture. The excavation not only reveals the rich history of the Scythians, but also highlights the connections between ancient and modern nomadic cultures in the region. The similarities between the lifestyles of the ancient Scythians and the contemporary Kazakh nomads suggest a continuity of traditions and practices that span millennia. As the team continues their work, they hope to uncover more about the enigmatic Scythians and their enduring legacy. The excavation team faced mounting tensions as they awaited the arrival of a refrigerated truck, crucial for preserving the delicate remains in the tomb. The best-case scenario was that the ice had been there since the burial, which would allow for a detailed examination of the body and a paleopathological diagnosis to determine the cause of death. However, the truck's delay stretched into the 3rd day, causing further anxiety. In the meantime, some local members investigated nearby rock carvings, known as petroglyphs, located on a cliff face. These carvings, dating back to the Bronze Age and Pazeric eras, were the primary means of expression for the people of the steppe before the advent of writing. The petroglyphs, featuring intricate animal art, provided valuable insights into the communication, concepts, and myths of these ancient populations, indicating a highly developed and sophisticated civilization. After 4 days of waiting, the refrigerated truck finally arrived, allowing the excavation to resume. Due to global warming, these are considered the last frozen tombs on the planet, making the discovery even more urgent. The burial chamber, constructed similarly to ancient winter shelters using larchwood, had started to melt. The team hoped to find bodies preserved by the ice between the ceiling and the floor. Upon inspection, the archaeologists discovered that although the tomb had only a small amount of ice, the burial chamber itself was remarkably intact. This was a significant find, as it was the first time such a chamber had been found in Mongolia with all four sides preserved, despite the partially collapsed ceiling. Inside, the team found an array of treasures, including a large wooden tray with removable feet, exemplifying Scythian craftsmanship adapted for nomadic lifestyles. The Scythians were masterful at creating durable tools from larchwood, and their artifacts often featured gold plating. Gold held immense significance for the Scythians, symbolizing the sun's power, and was considered a noble metal, akin to its symbolic role in other ancient cultures. Among the remarkable finds were 2 gold-plated wolf heads, part of the deceased's attire, reflecting the hierarchical nature of Scythian society, where each tribe had a leader. Additionally, a wooden quiver used for arrows and bows was found, showcasing the Scythians' expertise in mounted archery, a key component of their warfare strategy. The most extraordinary discovery was the presence of 2 bodies, a man and a child, buried together with various objects. The east-west orientation of the burial chamber followed the sun cycle, symbolizing birth and death. Herodotus, the ancient historian, mentioned that Scythian leaders were buried with sacrificed children, though determining the exact cause of death remains challenging. The child's skeleton showed damage from the partial collapse, while the adult was well preserved, allowing for potential forensic analysis. The bodies were transferred to a specialized facility for further examination. Preliminary analysis suggests that the cold had caused natural mummification, with visible traumatic injuries indicating the possible cause of death. These findings aligned with Herodotus's description of Scythian embalming practices, where bodies were scalped and filled with herbs for preservation during harsh winters before their final burial. As the team moved on to the next tomb, their efforts were driven by the knowledge that these discoveries could significantly enhance our understanding of Scythian culture and its enduring legacy. The team awakens to snow blanketing the excavation site, an indication of the harsh Siberian weather that frequently rolls in at the end of summer. Despite the adverse conditions, the archaeologists press on, determined to excavate the second burial chamber and unveil the mysteries it holds. The momentous discovery of an intact wooden sarcophagus, carved from a single section of wood, marks a significant milestone in Mongolian archaeology. Inside the sarcophagus, alongside a horse, lie invaluable artifacts, preserved in pristine condition. The team works quickly, mindful of the snow, to ensure no moisture seeps into the burial site. They cover the sarcophagus with a sheet, safeguarding it against the elements. The structure, having withstood the weight of the earth above it, is in remarkably better condition than the adjacent grave, much to the relief and excitement of the archaeologists. As the weather clears, the team begins to extract the artifacts. Among the first finds is a small wooden horse with 2 horns, a representation of a psychopomp, an entity believed to guide souls to the afterlife. This discovery is significant, as it illustrates the evolution of funeral rites from the Bronze Age, when deer were initially used as symbols of psychopomps, later replaced by horses for their agility. Further examination reveals a broken ceramic pot containing the residue of a lamb stew. This pot, used by the Pazyryk people, contained meat and fat cooked with milk and vegetables, indicating that the deceased were provided with food for their journey to the afterlife. This finding underscores the belief in an afterlife and the care taken to ensure the dead were well equipped for their final journey. Among the burial items is a small bronze knife and various sheep bones, further evidence of the ritualistic practices surrounding death. The Scythian religion, influenced by Indo-European theological practices and shamanic traditions, revered primordial deities and employed psychotropic substances in their rituals. The presence of these items provides a window into the spiritual life of the Scythians, revealing a culture rich in symbolism and ritual. One of the most extraordinary finds is a large piece of fabric, which needs to be carefully separated and restored. This textile, preserved for over 2,000 years, offers a glimpse into the sophisticated craftsmanship of the Scythians. The wool, identified as sheep's wool through electron microscopy, shows remarkable similarity to contemporary wool from Kazakh sheep, highlighting the continuity of traditional practices over millennia. Despite the adverse weather, the excavation progresses and the team prepares to extract the body from the sarcophagus. To their surprise, they uncover a woman, adorned with ceremonial clothing and gold jewelry, indicating her high status within the clan. This challenges the conventional understanding of women's roles in ancient societies, revealing that Scythian women held significant political and social power. They were leaders, warriors, and revered figures, far from women's submissive roles in other contemporary civilizations. The woman's body shows evidence of violent injuries, suggesting she may have died in battle. The presence of old and fresh wounds indicates a prolonged death, possibly during a conflict, further supporting the notion of Scythian women as active combatants. As the excavation draws to a close, the archaeologists reflect on the profound connections between the ancient Scythians and the modern nomadic peoples of the steppe. The resilience and continuity of their culture are evident in the similarities between the artifacts and the traditions that persist among the Kazakh people today. The final analysis reveals that the woman and the child from the neighboring grave were of European origin, while the man was of Asian origin. This genetic blending reflects the dynamic and diverse nature of the Scythian population, shaped by territorial battles and cultural exchanges over centuries. Though revealing numerous treasures, the twin tombs in Segal leave many unanswered questions about the relationships and the lives of the individuals buried there. These burial sites, the last of their kind, offer invaluable insights into the Pazyryk culture and its eventual assimilation by invading Mongolian tribes. The legacy of the Scythian civilization continues to influence the nomadic cultures of the Eurasian steppes, even as modern advancements begin to encroach upon these ancient traditions. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating archaeological insights and historical revelations.